In this video I'm going to go over a couple ways to reload revolvers with speed loaders. As with all of my videos, I check this firearm before starting the video. Obviously the cylinder is open so you can see that it's clear, but I'll show it when I first pick it up. For this video I'm going to be using A-Zoom snap caps. These are just dummy rounds, no powder, no primer. Where the primer usually goes, there's a little rubber piece. These work great for practicing loading, unloading, practicing failure drills, and I just like to use them especially when I'm inside because I can keep all my live ammunition away from the firearm and just know that I can practice like I had real ammo with loading and unloading and dry firing and not have to worry about hurting anyone or anything. Oops. One thing about these is that I think the rims are a little smaller than real cases, so sometimes they get stuck under the ejector. That isn't a problem I've ever had with this yet, and I've noticed some problems with other snap caps. These cost, I think they were $17 at Midway USA. Local Shields had them. They were $19 or something like that, so a little cheaper online. And I got 2 packages just so I could practice loading and then unloading while loading another one. So once again, this is clear. These are dummy rounds. With most modern firearms you don't need to use snap caps with the way they're made, but like I said, I like to use them for practicing loading and unloading, so I usually just use them anyway because it can't hurt. So obviously you can just load these one round at a time, but that can be kind of slow, especially if you're in a competition or possible self-defense scenario. So first of all, I'll just mention this is a Ruger SP101. It's got a 3-inch barrel, shoots 38 through 57, and it holds 5 rounds. So all of these speed loaders hold 5 rounds, though most companies make different versions that pretty much fit any revolver. The one complication, especially with these round speed loaders, is that sometimes if you have a larger grip it can get in the way. So first here I'm going to show you it's a Tuff product quick strip. These cost about $5 on Midway USA and it came with 2 per package. Loading these, it's kind of hard to load them in front of the camera. I like to hold them a little closer to my body when I do it, but basically you just bend the thing backwards and then you can work these in pretty easy. The nice thing about these is that compared to the speed loader, it's pretty flat, so it'll fit in like a front jean pocket or something very easily without being bulky or easily spotted. Whereas with these, the round speed loaders, you might need a pouch or a cargo pocket, something a little larger, or a slack pocket for slacks pants. So load these. It seems like it would work better for a 6-shot revolver because that way you can do 2, 2, and 2. But it works okay. You just stick them in and then kind of peel them off. It's not too bad. It still goes pretty quick. I think with these, they'd be really nice for having at a range where you'd want to load a little faster, but speed isn't crucial. Next I'm going to show you the HKS speed loader. I'm not sure if the main body is metal or composite. It feels really sturdy, which I like, but I think it is a composite. All the lighter metal you see on here, this is some sort of metal. It still feels kind of cheap. Local Shields or Gander Mountain, excuse me, was selling these for I think $12, and they were on sale at Midway for $7, but normally like $9. So I got these online. To load these, you just stick the bullets in like that with the primer down, obviously, and then you turn the knob counterclockwise and it'll lock it in. And for loading, You just stick them in. It helps to keep this cylinder vertical. So you just load it in, turn it clockwise, and it drops right in. One thing I don't like about these, I would say this is probably my least favorite between the Safariland, between the HKS and the Safariland, is that sometimes it feels like it torques a little bit while you're trying to turn it. But we'll see how it works when you're, maybe I'm just paying too much attention, but when I'm actually shooting it won't be too bad. This is a Safariland Comp 1 loader. All of it is plastic. There's a spring inside which looks like it's metal, a couple other metal components, but for the most part it's a composite. The walls of this are a little thinner. It's definitely lighter than the HKS, but that might just be because the HKS has a little bit of metal on it. Loads in a pretty similar fashion where you drop the cartridges in. The only downside is you need a card or something hard. You can use your hand and put it on a table, but what you have to do with this is once you put them in, you actually have to flip it upside down, and then what you do is you push down on the little thing here and turn that clockwise until it clicks, and then it holds in. The reason I prefer the Safariland so far, I haven't shot any real rounds through this. I just bought it the other day. But when you push it into the cylinder, it presses on the ejector in the middle here, and that's what releases it compared to turning a knob. So it's a little, I would say it's pretty simple. It's a lot more intuitive in that you just push it in like you would normally, compared to having to turn the knob also. So all you do with these, obviously keep it vertical like the other one. All you have to do is push it in until it snaps, and then it drops them in. So it seems like it would be a lot faster, but we'll see how it actually turns out with actual shooting and going for speed. So that's just a couple speed loaders for the SP101 or other revolvers. There weren't very many videos on YouTube, so I thought I would just make a quick video, even though it's 7.5 minutes. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will try to answer as best as I can. If I can't find an answer, or if I don't have an answer, I'll try to find one for you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and check back for more soon.